Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is called Parshas Lech Lecha. It's the third portion since we began reading the Torah again 3 weeks ago. It begins with God's commandment to the first Jew, Abraham, to leave his land, Lech Lecha mi'artzecha, and go to the land that I will show you. Go to the land that Abraham will eventually inherit for the Jewish people. It ends with God commanding Abraham to circumcise himself. What is this mitzvah from circumcision? There's a book called Sefer Chinuch. Sefer Chinuch describes each commandment and what we're supposed to think about it. It says that, one of the predilections of a person, one of the missions of a person is to go around and change the world. So they said the reason why we do circumcision, we do bris milah, is why, because when we're going to go around to change the world, a Jew should know that the first thing he should change is himself. Okay, that change begins from within. Nevertheless, there's a question of, and I want to say also that before we get into this deeper idea of bris milah, of circumcision, why don't women need circumcision? Okay, it's only a mitzvah for males. One of the classic answers that's given in Chassidut is that while man, we read about it in the book of Bereshit, man is made from a lump of earth, woman was from a divine creation. Women are automatically closer connected to God. They don't need this physical sign. They don't need to see God on their body. They are automatically connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, okay? Nevertheless, there's a message about bris milah for everybody, right? Why did they take such a big mitzvah and make it on when a child is an infant, on the 8th day of his life? Okay, and the answer is it's very interesting. What is this idea of a covenant? Okay, a person marries, a man and woman get married, and they have a covenant of marriage. Okay, I push through my limitations. The wife pushes through my wife pushes through her limitations. Together, we break out of our limitedness, even in a little bit way, and that makes that relationship on a very, very high level, higher than the world. Okay. Through thick and thin, through easy and hard, through light and darkness. Okay. So it's the same thing with the covenant with God. Okay. Why should we make it when when a person is an infant? Make it when I can think about what's going on, when I can really connect to Hashem. But there's something different about the covenant of circumcision from every other covenant, right? It's not about me connecting to God. I'm limited, and God is infinite. No matter what I would do, I can't connect to God on His level. The covenant is about God connecting to me. I want God's connection to me, okay? I want to have that connection to the infinite through my life. So if that's the point of bris milah, we have to do it as soon as the person is born. They shouldn't lose out even a minute of that connection. They make it on the 8th day. 8 is the idea of infinite, higher than nature. 8, you can't right away do the bris the day that the child is born. You wait till the child is strong enough to be able to go through this procedure. Nevertheless, you make it right away so that the child shouldn't lose a minute of that connection to Hashem. That's what every Jewish person is supposed to think when they talk about the idea of Brit Milah in this week's Torah portion. Each of us is connected to Hashem, not on my level as a finite person, but on God's level, on a level of infinite. Shabbat Shalom.